just when you thought it couldn't get any worse for embroiled YouTube star Kyle Appleford, his new wife, Britt Appleford, post an interesting set of pictures from their wedding with the caption, "Forever and ever and ever after that." Now, I was a little confused, admittedly, about what that meant because I couldn't figure out if that meant the wedding she was referring to or how long Jenny's followers will actually dislike her. Hard to say. So, naturally, while I was mulling it over, I decided to do a little drawing. And I found myself drawing the same wedding photos that Britt put out with a little comedic edge. As a friendly reminder, this video is intended as commentary, parody, satire, and audience reaction discussion based on publicly available social media content and viewer opinions. The purpose of this video is not to harass, bully, defame, threaten, or encourage hate towards any individual discussed. Viewers are encouraged to remain respectful and avoid personal attacks, harassment, or contacting anyone featured in this discussion. Opinions expressed are commentary and protected expressive opinion, parody based on publicly visible online activity. Allegations, assumptions, or rumors from the commenters are presented as audience reactions only and should not be interpreted as statements of verified fact. Please keep all discussions civil and respectful. Forever is a long time, and apparently that's how long Britt wants to spend with Kyle. She took to her Instagram today to say this, with the caption, "Forever and ever and after that." So, while the divorce papers that she signed, the ink on those might be barely dry, having just been signed in January, and her getting married in May, Britt is still looking well into the future. That is one girl who is super future oriented. So, after stopping by the dentist today for my teeth issues, I came across the photos, and naturally, I wanted to recreate them with a sprinkle of comedy. So, without further ado, let's take a look at the photos. Much to Britt's dismay, I am quite the artist, as you can see. Don't you just love this first one? I mean, look at the angle. Isn't that great? It highlights Britt's most beautiful features. So much tenderness, so much joy radiating from this. And mine really wanted to emphasize that nice tattoo on her foot. And next, the classic pose. You really can't go wrong with this one. Now, don't go too hard on me. I know I'm no Pablo Picasso, but look at the mouth. It's right. And Kyle's hair. You gotta give it to me for Kyle's hair now. And don't you just love this one? It's almost as if, at least in my mind, I can almost hear her whisper to him and say, "Does it look like I'm the only love that you've ever loved in your life?" So I really tried hard to recreate this with my inner Van Gogh. I mean, look at her arm. It just shows how excited she is to be his new bride. Stretched out towards the heavens, and so thankful that this was God's plan for her and Kyle all along. Sorry, a little bug in my throat. And on to the next. Now, I inadvertently made Kyle's face look a little unhappy. I guess my mind just couldn't figure out if that was because they couldn't get married sooner, or if because the YouTube funds are running a little low. I'd ask Britt, but she's looking a little angry right now. Come on, Britt, why the long face? This is the marriage you've been waiting for. Girl, me too. Me freaking too. Well, I hope you enjoyed my little art presentation. It's not my strong suit, but occasionally I get a little inspiration. And in this case, it came from the couple that most people didn't want to see get married. Actually, I stand corrected. There are a few who did want to see them get married. Let's take a look at this comment. Someone says here, "I truly believe God brings a couple together just when they need each other the most. Congratulations, your photos are beautiful, and I wish you two a lifetime of happiness. Kyle, I think Jenny would love Britain." Y'all, I don't even know where to start, because right about now, after having read that, I feel like I'm about to go off like the devil in the church in the middle of a crowded room. Anyone know that reference? Back to the subject at hand. It is absurd in my mind, and I've seen this in several different comments. For anyone to say that they think that Jenny would be happy with this marriage. You don't have to be in her immediate family to know that Jenny loves her family, loved her family, and wanted her children to remain an ongoing part of their family unit. Ongoing meaning being living in close proximity and having easy access to one another to support that relationship. Even if it was someone else, a move out of state means that logistically it is much harder, much more hard for a grandparents to see their grandchildren. Like, you don't have to be a rocket scientist to understand that. So this idea that Jenny would support this marriage even on the basis of that alone is absolutely absurd. Jenny would want, I can say pretty confidently, her children to continue to be able to see her family on an ongoing, frequent basis. And now, a couple questions that my viewers have for Brit. Brit, what happened to the camper, to the RV that Kyle purchased not long after Jenny passed away, that he and the kids had so much fun with? Where is it now? And was it purchased with GoFundMe money? And a question for Kyle coming in today. Kyle, the setup that you had for Brit for the proposal with all the flowers and the cameraman, one of my viewers would like to know if that also came from the GoFundMe. Other viewers want to know why Kyle doesn't mention Jenny's family anymore. What's the status of that relationship, and why don't you discuss them anymore?